welcome back to another episode of the Deloitte Women's Premier League magazine show. And today, as you all can see, we're out and about. We are at the Sailors, the home of the Sailors. Rather, it's called the Sailors Galley. This is where, the players and, fans can come and eat after a game or even come and join, I would say, like the training sessions. But anyway, we're here today. I'm just really excited to have two of the Sailors with me from the women's team, Josephine Ang as well as Miray Altun. Thank you very much, girls, for joining me.
I'm happy.
Clearly, I can see that. Today is a little bit different. We've got some food for you guys in a bit. But let's start with your journey first, okay? Josephine, it's the first time for you on the show. I think both of you are around the same age. But how did your journey with the Sailors start?
I joined the academy when I was about 14 or 15, yeah. And I worked my way up.
So which position do you play, by the way?
Striker.
Wow! So you are the one scoring the goals up front. Miray, for yourself, how did your journey start? I believe that you were asked. Your mom or something got you into some summer camp. I read. Is that true? Is that how it started for you?
Yeah, my parents believed in sports would help with mental health and balancing with academics. So in one summer they were working full time and I was home alone. So they just signed me up, and I really, I fell in love with the sport. So I continued playing in Shanghai, AKS. And when I moved here, I was fortunate enough to find a girls' team, so ANZA. And I stayed there for 6 years. And then in my school team, my high school friend introduced me to Home United right before COVID. So I got to train with them. And then when they changed to LCS, I played under 18s and then now.
Wow. So can you share with us a little bit about your background? I believe that you're from a Turkish family, Turkish-Japanese, right?
So yeah. My father's Turkish and my mother's Japanese.
Nice. Okay, Josephine, I want to ask you as well. I believe that you're one of the younger, players in the team. Both of you, in fact. So how does that factor in, with your experiences at the team, with the team? Do you feel like, you got to prove yourself a little bit more?
I feel like the age really doesn't matter lah. It's like we all train together as a team. Like when we are on the field, we forgot about the age and everything. It's just like we go all together and everything. And I feel like all the older player is always helping me and comforting me, because sometimes I cannot keep my emotions to myself.
Like how?
I how to say, always show my emotions way too much. Then they always help me, and they tell me what to do, what not to do. Yeah, they are very how to say, supportive of me.
Okay, but emotions are a very important part of football. That's why we all love football, right? So how did your love for football start, Josephine? I'll start with you first.
I think I played under a block with a bunch of boys, and from there onwards I made friends, and all the connections just came. Yeah.
And Miray, for yourself, you are from a country, I would say, that has very strong football culture, and I learned as well that you are a fan of Fenerbahce, right? So how did the love for football start for you?
I think just, going out and kicking a ball, and then, it's kind of like a stress releaser as well, but also an opportunity to make friends and, gain those experiences you would have outside of sports. So I really love that about football.
Okay, so it's no secret, guys, that Sailors have actually one of the best facilities in football in Singapore. And what are you enjoying the most about being part of, the Sailors team?
For me, the facility is one of the best in Singapore, but compared to other countries, it might not be anything, but it's I don't really care about the facility. It's I love the coaches here, that's all.
Oh, you love the coaches, your head coach?
Yeah, Coach Xiao.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about her in a bit. What about yourself? What do you like the most about playing for LCS?
I think it's the fact that we have fields, because Singapore already doesn't have enough fields. I think there's a field near my home, but it's gonna get demolished this year. So it's just nice to have a field, and obviously the staff coach and everyone here is just so nice and friendly, and yeah, I love being part of it. So.
Alright, as you all can see, guys, we're here at the Sailors Galley, which is the cafe at the Sailors training ground in Mataram. It's open for the public, and we've got the official food of every footballer pre-game, which is pasta. So I want to ask you guys, have you tried any of the food here? And
I've never been to this cafe before, but after match they always give us food, so maybe it's from here also. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It is, some of the food is from here. Do you like pasta?
Yeah, I love it.
So are we going to share this later, or is this going to go to you guys only?
Only me, only me.
Alright guys, you guys know that the FIFA Women's World Cup is kicking off next month, so are you guys following any women's football team? Any favourites for you all?
For me, I think England.
The Lionesses.
Japan.
Of course. And Japan won in 2011. Any standout players for you? Any player that you watched, throughout your short career as footballers?
Probably Ronaldo is my favorite player.
Which Ronaldo? Obviously the...
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes.
Okay, and yourself?
I like Ferdi from Fenerbahce. He started off like pretty much the same as me. Like he started center, but he's versatile. Like he plays in other positions now, and yeah, I follow how he plays and try to, yeah.
Thoughts on the season so far with LCS women's team? I mean, in the Deloitte Women's Premier League, and of course that previous game against Albirex. Josephine, I can see your face. How are you feeling about not just that game, but in general the LCS?
I think this is my first WPL season because last year I played WNL, but with Mata Sailors, yeah. And Coach Xiaoxian actually pushed me up, and I'm very grateful for that. And I feel like I'm exposed to more like players and higher levels of like playing style and everything. And I feel that the season has been going okay, not good yet, but I think I'll get there soon.
Yes, that's the spirit. We got to hear more of that motivation. Miray, for yourself, your thoughts on the season? Are you happy with your performance? What would you like to see more?
I would say compared to last year, I'm definitely more excited rather than nervous. And I'm familiar with my position. I know my teammates better now. They know me better now, and I think we are also as a team trying, to do something new.
Yeah.
And I hope it's starting to show in the matches as well. But yeah, it's kind of that time now. So yeah.
We always ask this in every episode, and you mentioned your coach Xiao Xian. Is there any player that who has inspired you or coach maybe?
My own teammate, Humaira Hamdan.
Humaira. For sure, she's been on the show. Why?
How to say this? It's like she always notices like that I'm like off or like on. Like it's like how to say? It's like she was always there since the start. Like even though she's like so much older than me, but she tend to give me very good advices. Like because I'm still 17 years old. And she always comfort me and say that this is all part of football. We have to feel how we're supposed to feel. Yeah.
Well done, Humaira. That's the way it should be, supporting your teammate. Miray, any standout or anybody who's been very important in your journey?
First I want to say everybody is super inspirational. I'm always I get motivation from my teammates because everybody's hardworking and determined. But as for me, I think Madison, so Maddie. I've seen her play since young. She was also in Anza, so how she performs and gives it all. I'm always amazed by how she does that. So
yeah, and Maddie has been putting up really amazing performances for the Sailors as well. So shout out to Maddie. You have a very good friend here as well. How important do you think are your coaches for your growth so far? You spoke about your coach. How important is Coach Xiao Xian for you?
Very important. Yeah. She's the only coach that like helped me since the start. Like on the national team side also. Like she's the one that helped me like go to the national team.
Wow, how many caps do you have already? How many appearances?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll find out. Okay, how many caps you
sure.
have? But Miray, for yourself,
Coach Xiao Xian is just so amazing. I feel so lucky.
You know what?
I get to play.
She teases me all the time.
Really?
But I really love her so much. Like I get her jokes.
You get her jokes, huh?
It's entertaining to watch their interaction.
We gotta go find out
what do you like about Coach Xiao Xian?
Well, first of all, she's super intelligent and how to play football, and she explains it to us in a way that everybody can understand, and she has a sense of humor.
Yeah, it's so funny. I can't.
But also, she's been, I think, trying to work with like the women's team and creating a good team and she has a very long career, and I think she's done so many great things up till now, and I'm so glad I get to play under her. So
fantastic! It's great to know the impact of coaches in you guys' lives. I want to speak a little bit more about mental health in women's football. Do you think enough is being done in this space? I'm not talking not just about men's football, but in our specific Singapore, setting. I'm sure you guys face, adversity, some challenges in your life, but do you think enough is being done for women's football, even mental health in general?
For that part, I don't know how to answer, but I feel like I take care of my own mental health, and like I don't think people actually like realize it, but it's like all under myself. Yeah.
So it doesn't bother you what people...
Sometimes I try not to like think about what other people say about me. Like it's just me versus me.
That's true. That's a very good attitude. Miray, for yourself? I think enough is being done for women's football or in general mental health?
Mental health. I think I can say, at least for our club, we always have to do this survey every day before training where they check our like sleep, menstrual cycle, or mood, soreness. And they keep track of that to really take care of us. And so I think, at least in like our team, we have that communication tool to take care of each other. And I think that's very good. But it's definitely, I know, like
it still has a lot to be improved on.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, because I realized LCS has this very, like you mentioned, about monitoring your sleep and your diet. So what happens if you guys don't get enough sleep, or does it change the training for you all, or?
It's like not really about sleep, but it's like sometimes Coach Xiaoxian would like before the training starts, she'll ask like who's in the red zone, which means like who's like very sore, like that kind. Like that's why they do the Google forms to check on us. Yeah, and yeah, we call it the red zone.
Yeah, I've heard about the red zone. Actually, FIFA has actually mentioned what the red zone is, and I think that is very super important in women's football. Besides also the fact that we need to try to help ACL injuries a little bit more for women's football. Yeah. So I hope that, touch wood, you guys won't be suffering any injuries for the rest of the season. For now, we also have highlights from the previous week's action, so let's check it out. now at the results from the previous week. And here are the latest standings of the Deloitte Women's Premier League. And of course, here are the fixtures for next week. Okay, Josephine and Miray, thank you so much for joining me today. Before we go, we want you guys to have a message to all the girls out there who want to follow in your footsteps and also perhaps play women's football one day. Josephine, for yourself?
Don't care about what other people have to say. It's just you versus yourself, and don't ever give up. And if you need somebody to talk to, make sure like you have your family, you have your friends, or you can even talk to like coaches or somebody that you really trust. Yeah.
And for yourself, Miray?
I would say just try it out and have fun. That's the most important thing. And yeah, you're gonna meet amazing people and you'll get support. So have fun on your journey, and yeah.
And of course, before we go, we do have some amazing t-shirts courtesy of the Deloitte Women's Premier League to give away. And all you have to do is to comment below and let us know which WPL team you're supporting. It better be the Sailors because we've got the models here. Thank you so much, Josephine and Miray, for joining me. And of course, you guys will be getting your shirts as well. I'm Ash from Footballita, and I'll see you guys next week.